Hello, everybody. Welcome to the realm of New Heorot. I know you're thinking it's kind of a strange name for a realm, but it was actually named after the mead hall being attacked by Grendel in the poem Beowulf. It's one of my favorite all-time stories. Um, and when I launched this realm, I did it as soon as I got the update for the Nintendo Switch that allowed realms, and I was in a hurry to name it, and it seemed like a proper choice since my gamer tag is Beowulf 1979, and again, it's one of my favorite stories. Um, so we're just leaving spawn where you spawn in. This is the quickest way to get to the inn instead of trying to run through the maze of fences and buildings going on over at Runite's base. And that brings us here to this road. This road will take you to a village down that way a ways. Um, Pretty laid back here on the server. There's not a lot as far as rules. Um, if a creeper does explode, by all means, fix it if you have the materials. If you don't have the materials, try to let someone know, um, and they'll come by and fix it for you. I do fix these things as I find them. It's not a big deal. You're not going to get in any trouble for not doing it. It's just kind of a common courtesy thing. Another common courtesy thing is floating trees. You know, the trees where people take the trunk, but they leave all the wood up in the leaves, so you end up with this weird, like, floating chunk of debris in the sky. It's not so big out in the middle of nowhere, but once you get closer to like actual builds, it just makes stuff look kind of junky. I'm trying to avoid that. These are the gardens of the inn here in New Heorot. Um, You can build anywhere you want to on the server as large as you want to, but don't build too close to anyone else's base, right? The bigger you're going to build your base, the farther away you want to be to give yourself room to expand and the other person room to expand their base if they choose to, too. Um, Another thing to keep in mind is we're all a laid back bunch of people. Nobody's going to give you a hard time. You know, if you're a new builder, that's fine. If you want to build square little houses, that's fine too. If you want to build big fancy palaces, go for it. Again, just bear in mind the distance you are to other people. Um, if you need anything, you'll be able to ask on our Discord, and if somebody has something extra they can share, that's fine. If there's other people online, you can ask in game by going into the chat menu. Um, and you'll find people here are pretty helpful and pretty generous. The things that will get you banned: destroying other people's builds, um, just outright griefing, stealing other people's items. They're all no-nos, and that'll get you banned. Aside from that, there's really not a whole lot of rules. We do have a community build. I'll show you, get you some footage of that here towards the end of the video. Community build nights are Tuesdays. They're not mandatory, but it's there for everybody to kind of get to know each other, work together a little bit, and we'll get more on that here when we get along. Now, when you first join the realm, you're going to get one of these welcome kits. Pig shulker box, you'll see you get an elytra and enough shulker shells to make 15 more shulker boxes. You'll get 28 ender pearls, 5 stacks of rockets, a stack of golden carrots, 1 stack of chests, and 1 stack of TNT. These are just a few of the things that I kind of wish I could start the game with. Um, so on the first floor of the inn here, we have the spawn map. I'm going to be updating that here short in a little while because there's been some stuff added, some stuff removed and cleaned up a little bit. But for the most part, this is accurate. Over here's my base. Again, right over here where the crosshairs are, that's where you first spawn into the world. This is all Rune Knight's first base. And then right here's the inn where we're at now. Right here behind the inn, this blue spot, just north of the small pyramid, is actually a community iron farm. It's the best producing iron farm on the server. I did build another little one up here at the start of the realm. It's the best I could do. But this one over here produces way better. Um, Aside from that, there's maps to different biomes. like the mushroom biome. If you need mycelium for anything, by all means, you can travel there, farm all the mycelium you want. Here's a map to the community build if you'd like to go over land or fly with your elytra. It's a ways off, so just bear that in mind. Whenever you use one of these maps to go somewhere, just make sure you return it when you get back to spawn so that other people can make use of them too. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go down. Now, this first basement, this is where all the ins auto farms are and semi-auto farms. We've got the snow farm that someone added. It's a great addition. We've got some cactus and we've got melons and pumpkins. And we've got sugar cane and bamboo. Um, chorus flowers. If harvest the flowers first, make sure you replant when you're done. And then cocoa beans, make sure once you harvest all the cocoa beans, replant netherwort if you need it. If you come down here, this is where all the auto farms collect, right? So this is the section where auto farms collect. This stuff is available for anyone to use. We are also here on the section of the end that's public storage. Anything in any of these chests is there for anybody to use. So like there's some stuff that people have found in chests that they didn't need, armor drops. There's some this is the overflows potions chest right here. I do try to keep this stocked with basic potions like night vision, fire resistance, slow falling. Um, Here's the community super smelter. This is a Wells Knight design. It's one of his 10-minute builds. It smelts 16 items at a time. Your items to be smelted go in the top two chests, mine carts. The stuff to the fuel goes here in the bottom, and then your items will come out here or here. If you only have a few items to smelt, by all means, just use one of these smaller furnaces. Probably be easier on you. Um, Community enchanting area and a potions room, which just got restocked recently. So there's enough materials here to build pretty much anything you might need, basics wise. The next floor through this door, we have the nether portal for the inn. And then we down here we have villager trading. I still need to get finished filling this in with villagers. But we have all the basic like villagers for enchantments for like armor and weapons. Um, the most important villager is the mending villager, but we also have these clerics here, and they're going to sell you your ender pearls and your glowstone. Back up the stairs and outside the inn. Oops, forgot to make my turn. See, I do try to put some clocks up here and there. I'm going to skip today real quick and make life outside a little bit safer. All right. Then, if you come back out the front here, come over this way, back towards the gardens, there is another creeper hole. I'll get this one fixed too here shortly. Again, if a creeper blows up, try to fix it, especially right here on the in grounds because there's dirt inside the inn that you can use to patch that. It's not a bannable offense. Nobody's going to be really mad at you, but it's just kind of in the name of keeping everything looking good for everybody. Speaking of creepers, get rid of that guy. Right here, this hole in the beach is the public XP grinder. Just grab a mine cart out of here. At the end of this rails, you're going to find actually, you know what? I'm going to go down there and show you real quick. Just take one of these mine carts, throw it on the tracks, and start on down. It drops down to, without coordinates, I can't actually know what level. This is pretty close to Y11 though. And then it just goes in a straight line, and I will be back with you in just a moment. All right, so we're down here at the end of the tracks for the XP farm. If you come down around here, you can see the skeletons all dropping in there from the skeleton spawner. You just pop down here in this little nook. There's a little kill window here. You can kill all the skeletons, collect their XP, and if you have a looting three sword like me, it gets you lots of bone, which is nice, right? If there's anything that you don't want out of here, like if you don't want the gold armor or arrows or something, you can just chuck them in here. This is a trash can. Anything you put in here is going to go away, right? um, there is a crafting table here, a small furnace if you need it. There is also, like I said, the enchanting area here. It has an ender chest, and it has the anvil there. And there's also a bed if players need to eat, or not eat, excuse me, sleep. And that's it for the public XP spawner. I'm going to shoot back up to the other end, and I'll be right back with you. Whoa, that was like warp drive, man. Crazy fast. Gotta love the power of video editing there. But we're going to put the chest back. Our next stop is also out this way. We come back up the ladder here. We're back on the beach. If you go across this little pond that I do have a sea pickle farm here, right? So if you need sea pickles, if you want to do an underwater base, there you can harvest them. Just make sure to bone meal some more after you take what you need to replenish what's there. And you go down here, and this is the community rail station. There's not a lot of lines run out of here yet, but there is a rail line to the community build. Um, just over here, when you first come down these stairs to the right, there's going to be the rail line to my base. And then there's the rail line here. This goes to Rue Knight's first base right over here next to the inn. And then this here's the rail line to the community build. If you want a rail line running to your base, it's perfectly okay. Um, Mine carts are there if you need to use them. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much everything a beginner really needs to know about the realm of New Heorot. Um, like I said before, we are a great bunch of people. We all get along. We understand if you can't log on every day. We all have lives outside of Minecraft. So if you only want to play 1 or 2 days a week, that's okay. Um, Nobody's going to get on your case about it. If you have any particular skills you want to bring to the game, like building, or if you're really good at like redstone or landscaping, by all means, let it definitely put that in your application. As for the application, how it works is you do the application on the Minecraft forums, right, where you're watching this video. It, and then just post, include things like your gamer tag, um, why you want to join the community, what you think you can bring to the community, what kind of experience do you have with Minecraft. And again, we don't really care if you're a beginner or if you're a veteran. We just kind of want to know where you stand um, in regards to those things. If you have any other questions, you'll be able to ask either Brim or myself during our first initial Discord chat to decide whether or not you're going to be the right fit for the realm or not. Um, and I look forward to seeing you on the realm. Thank you very much for your time and have a wonderful day.